So the worst train accident in over a decade in Spain. This is the top news. What I'm going to do in this video is to show you what this has to do with my drawings. Because I do drawings on my channel and drawings that has to do with the top news. I basically do a drawing and then I say this is going to be in the top news, and I do videos about that. So just so let me explain what happened here. So today is January 19th, okay? There are 39 dead in this accident, and there were just a train accident, a really big one in Thailand that I also will talk about. It was in January 14th, so that's 5 days earlier, right? So let me first, where do I start? Let's start like this. This happened in Córdoba. This is where this train collision occurred. And so when it comes to my drawings, it has to do with this drawing. I'll show you how, okay? So when I did this drawing on January 12th, that's how many days before? I think it's 7 days earlier, right? January 12th. Then I said that this is a motif of multifoil arch. It's a multifoil arch. And what are where is the most famous multifoil arches? And you realize that this is in Córdoba, right? So this is the same place where you had this accident, is the same place where you have the most famous multifoiled arches, which is this motif from 7 days earlier, okay? So if we copy this and we paste it here, right? Then we get back to you see this accident, because when I made this drawing also, I mean, there are many news that are connecting here to this. There are a few, like there were this also the train accident in Thailand, also connected to my drawing, because it was the, let's see, you saw here to the left on the screen the video where I talked about this in Thailand. I said that look at the arches. It's the top news here of Thailand earlier had those arches. And then, just to make it more clear, the day after in Thailand, where another crane collapsed onto a highway to the left, you see here on the screen. But now we have so here is my video where I say that I'm painting the future. I'm painting a multifoil arch, and it is January 12th when I do this. It's basically like some kind of it's like a horror movie, you know, but it's real, guys. So that's so it's kind of like a movie, you know, or like something like that. But again, it's real, you know. I can paint these things and then it will happen. So let's get back to the presentation. So let me take this little thing again. Córdoba is the place where this motif, it is, I made a drawing on January 12th of a multifoiled arch, and the most famous place of multifoil arches is Córdoba, where you have a train accident. The same, like similar to the train accident in Thailand, right? Where you have these arches, right? You have these arches. This is the arches that I was drawing arches, and I were drawing them with a conviction that this is going to happen. You see, so that's how it is, and then it happens. That's just, it's been like this for a long time, so I'm kind of used to it. So anyhow, guys, I wanted to know also that I'm not doing anything wrong. I mean, even when you can clearly see the connection to, let's search in DuckDuckGo. What is the most where is the most famous multifoil arches, which is the motif that I was drawing. Where is the most famous multifoil arches? And this is the DuckDuckGo AI, and it still says Great Mosque of Cordoba, right? And if I again copy this, paste this here, you're going to get the train accident, I guess. Yeah, here it is. 39 dead. And remember that. So I'm just repeating, because I don't need to say anything more than this, you know. I just need to show you that this is the motif. It's a multifoil arch, and I was drawing it as something that would come true. Here's my video about that. Okay, let's listen to this video a bit. And I'm going to do this now. Hello. I will be doing a painting of the future. These are some information about that. Today is January 12th. It's very important with the time, so it's yeah, okay. I don't know what to say more. What I can say is that there is this is a phenomena that I don't think anyone has this phenomena, anyone else in the world, basically. Because if you did, then I don't know what would happen, you know, because I am painting the top news. And I'm thinking, if someone else would do that, I think I would notice that. There's something I wouldn't get. Or either we would paint the same things. I don't know, to be honest. For me, it's like, let me explain, okay? There's a there's not only a prediction, it's a pattern. The pattern, right? The pattern of something that has a consistency. The consistency of it being, first of all, a train accident involving where you see the arches, right? Really serious in Thailand. I think it was 30 dead, something. Now, this one, it has the same patternicity because it happened in Córdoba, you know? Córdoba. You know, I just do. Let's go back here. Where is the most famous multifoil arches you get? Córdoba. You know, I don't need to say anything more. It's all. And you go here, you check. Oh, what am I painting? Well, I'm painting multifoil arches while saying that this is going to happen. And then you get it. You know, then it's here. Yeah. I don't know what to say, you know. It's just what is happening here is you could say that something is possible. Something is possible. Doesn't mean that it's going to happen. What I'm doing is that I'm a catalyst for a kind of chemical reaction in reality. I catalyze it simply by making a drawing. And I'm so confident, so I will tell you that I'm telling you officially that here to the left that I'm painting the future, so that we have that, you know, I don't know what to say else, and then we get it here, like when you're watching the top news. So here's the thing. Sorry, okay. You guys are a lot of people, right? What you do is that you pretend that you do you pretend that you're doing this also, some of you guys. Like you're pretending, okay? But when you watch the top news and this, you see this this blatant connection. And also you can see that in the Wikipedia article, let me move myself a bit. You see that, first of all, multifoil arches. The first image here mentions Spain. You see, here is Spain. Then Córdoba. Córdoba is mentioned in the Wikipedia article. And you have Córdoba here with its multifoil arches in Wikipedia. And DuckDuckGo says that Córdoba is the most famous multifoil arches. The same with other AI assistants are saying that they're all saying the same thing. So what I showed in this video is that once again the top news is basically, you have such a strong connection to my drawing so that it is undeniable. This is basically why it happened. what's happening is that things are playing together in this great orchestra of existence, and it can't help but to play this way. It can't help to do this. It's like things just how do you say, impossibilities happen. Okay, just like what I'm doing here, it seems impossible, right? And in the same way, these circumstances and these cases of how can this happen is also something that maybe could be considered as impossible. Like, it's like, no, but this can't happen, you know? But then it does anyways, right? That is the butterfly effect of something spreading like this. It's a butterfly effect. This drawing here, it's a butterfly effect, okay? And I do it consciously. It's a conscious thing. I'm showing evidence of that. Let me show you one last time. If you search for, what was it? Most famous building of multifoil arches, right? Córdoba. Córdoba is mentioned. And then we do like this. Copy. Paste. Córdoba, search. And you get the train accident. Here, train accident in Córdoba. Worst in a decade. It's the motif. This is the motif, like it is what I'm drawing. You see? My consciousness is in the future, or it is not only here. Like, my consciousness is not only here. It's in another time, I think, also. So, and when you see it, even Google shows it here, you know, Córdoba, you see the multifoil arches, or similar to that. This is the yeah, it's the same place, at least. The mosque cathedral, blah blah blah. Okay. So this is what I do here, and it's like it's a bloodbath, you know, a bloodbath. Just like you see the bottom of my drawing, it has the blood on it at the bottom right there, right? Oh, yeah. So that's how it is. Córdoba. Córdoba. Córdoba, right? Córdoba is most famous. And what about the arches? You know, it's also connected to as I said, the Thailand train crash from some days earlier in Thai. Yeah, it's a really big one. And yeah, so what's happening is that I don't know how to talk about this, okay? But you need to realize that when I see what is intelligence, okay? Intelligence, the primordial intelligence is to to predict movement so that an organism can move in an ideal way from a predator or to a prey, right? That is intelligence, to make that analysis of prediction. What I do here is that I predict. It is simply intelligence, and that's what it is. So I made this prediction and I said like this, and then it happens. See? And it's the top news. Again, as I said, stated in my video, right? Significant enough to become top news. So I paint from keywords, and then it's like this painting was done from some kind of feeling of disappointment. As I said, I mentioned my disappointment. There's a disappointment I feel about things. I'm disappointed, right? So naturally I'm going to make the drawing express that disappointment. And there has been many results now in the top news that you can measure and see. And when you ignore top news and something that is sound and me making a prediction, and then it comes true like this, and I say it with, then if you ignore that, you go insane. That's what happens, because it's too precise. It's too precise. So that's what happens. That's also why we have this title here, right? And so on. Let's, where did I put the, let's look again at the Thailand train crash. Okay, not many images on that Wikipedia. Okay, weird. Yeah, so this was in Thailand, right? The arches. I'm sorry to repeat myself, but I think I need to do that, The Thailand train accident a few days earlier, the arch. This happened. This that you see over here, it happened 2 days after my drawing. This really big accident. Okay. And so it's the same train theme, So so I think I'll just end this video now. I just want to say also that, do I want to end with something? I'm going to make more drawings, of course. More drawings. I'm going to ask other people to draw with me. There's one person that wants to draw. I haven't. I was supposed to let him make the last drawing, but I didn't feel that it was fair to make him make this last drawing that I did. That was after the arch drawing, and so he will do it. Hopefully, the next drawing. So the idea is that I'm trying to cherish the design of existence, which has to do with unity also. It has to do with unity, but also separation. So if you look into the etymology of paradise, you'll see that it means walled garden, okay, wall. It's important with walls and separation, but it's also important with a unity. And that's why I'm doing the drawings together with other people, to cherish and to celebrate the design of existence, to trust and believe in what you want to do with what I know. You know, I know something. You can do something with that. You can shape that, I think. And I do this simply because I am celebrating existence as it is built. That's why. And it makes sense to do like that. Okay. I have a lot to say about this subject of paradise and heaven and all of that. I have a lot to say about it. I am I'm writing a theory of everything that has to do with that also. How everything is built. It also goes into that subject of paradise. But right now I'm not writing on that theory of everything right now, because I just don't feel that you know, I don't feel really motivated to make that, even though I know that this is a theory that is valid. It is like the theory of everything, but it's like I'm kind of censored here on the internet, and there's not many people that are trying to make a change of that. So, but yeah, I'm just slow to write it, but it's yeah, whatever. I'll do it eventually. So let me just end this video by saying that I made a drawing, and then what was it? 5 days later, on January 19th. No, 7 days later, sorry. 7 days later, on January 19th, we see the biggest train accident in a decade in Spain, top news, happening in Córdoba, which is the most famous place for multifoiled arches. The motif of my drawing from 7 days earlier, right? multifoil arch. I made this drawing, as I said, while saying that this is going to become the top news. Now it is. And it was the top news 2 days later in Thailand. But it still is, because it's a pattern. And I'm really good at what I do here. I'm really good at it. And that is kind of like a nightmare also. It's like a movie, but it's real. Okay, this is, imagine a movie, but it's real. That's what's going on here. Okay. So that's evidence. Good evidence. Very clear evidence that, yeah, I said that it would become top news. It became top news. 2 times top news. Same theme, both train accidents. Same theme. Both arches. Córdoba, most famous for multifoil arches. It's so clear, all of this. Okay. See you guys. Bye bye.